Hello. Today I'm going to be doing another Denaler Assault Squad multiplayer video. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is a game against one of the highest ranking Russian teams. A lot of these players are ranked 1250. You might have seen them in the top 40 in Denaler Assault Squad. I got invited to this game randomly in the lobby, so I figured, hey, why not? I might as well join in. So right off the bat, I go ahead and get my BAR light machine gun. I'm buying single infantry because I want to get double machine guns. Again, I like this build. It lets you have 2 machine guns, which is obviously useful. I intend to buy a half-track as well. So by doing the single buy infantry as opposed to buying regular assault infantry, you can regulate how much money you spend better. So you'll have enough for that half-track while not sacrificing on machine guns like you would be if you bought the assault squad. So I think I hear a jeep coming in the distance. So I have my LMG guy set up back here, thinking that he's going to be needed to shoot down the jeep. However, it turns out that it's my ally's jeep. So as soon as I notice that, I send my BAL over to the left to support taking that point.
Yes, sir. Enemy is ahead.
Right away, I notice my ally has had some trouble with a Panzer I. My original plan of getting a half-track is still going to be good. A half-track counters a Panzer I quite nicely, and so I go ahead and buy it, and I send it to the middle. Just checking back to my flag to make sure that it's being capped. I'm sure I'm not alone when I say that sometimes I'm playing these games and I haven't capped or done something very basic, so I always try to check. So, I'm sending my half-track to the middle to go ahead and try to kill this Panzer I and help out my ally. Whenever you buy something that's the best on the field, whether it be tank or half-track, it's always good to try and clear out whatever else is on the field that's weaker than it, if possible. You shouldn't just have your thing on your side and just sit there. So my half-track comes forward and like a little laser beam shoots down that crappy German tank, and then I have it swing around. I want to clear out the center here so my ally can take it. And then I want to swing around to the right hand side so I can take my own flag. This is the point I'm going to work on right here. In order to do that, I'm going to use the half-track as well as push up some infantry from my side in order to provide vision for the half-track. In this game, it's important to remember that the best way to spot infantry is to have infantry run into it. And have your infantry get shot by their infantry, so it becomes really apparent where the enemy infantry is, so you can kill them. Quite predictably, the enemy's brought up a 222, so it's going to get my half-track. You kind of expect that when you're getting a half-track. However, the reason that's not a big deal is because you can just rip the 50 cal off the half-track and have a very good weapon, even without having the vehicle itself. So the 222 is going to be going over to the left-hand side to kill the middle, and I'm going to rip this 50 cal out of there while I have the opportunity, and then move it forward to this sandbag. If you watch some of the previous games, some of the 2 other previous games, you'll know how effective these 50 cals can be. So I noticed the guy's really low in health, probably on his last leg, so I have him take a medkit. It's always good to do that if you see it. He's going to have no issues at all killing this motorcycle that's haphazardly running forward. Gotta love those 50 cals. So I bring forward some more infantry to reinforce him, and the reason I do that, even though they're not going to kill much themselves, the SMG guys, compared to the 50 cal, the reason I do it is because there is suppression in this game. So a machine gun shooting at the 50 cal guy would suppress him, but it's going to have a harder time suppressing 3 people there. 3 little dudes. Bravery in numbers. So the enemy's brought up a flak here, and he's tried to take out my 50 cal, but there's this little hill here that's blocking him from doing so. So I'd like to say that was part of my plan, but didn't even notice until after the fact. And I was going to run my 50 cal guy away, but I figured out that I didn't need to. So my next purchase has been Rangers. I really like buying elite infantry, as the Americans especially, because they get these excellent recoilless rifles, which have 40 yards as opposed to the usual 35 yards range. Very fast bullets, so they can hit fast moving objects. So when you do the math, elite infantry works out to be a very good deal, as you get 2 light machine guns, as well as 2 rocket launchers,
Got it, sir.
and a whole bunch of infantry with grenades and higher weapon skills. So I buy the Rangers, and I buy a squad of Partisans as well. The reason for this is because I want to use the Partisans as cannon fodders for the Rangers, which are going to do most of the killing. I don't want the Rangers to be exposed to too much of gunfire themselves. And it touches on the point that I talked about before. In this game, you need to use infantry in order to kill infantry. Basically, as target dummies. Kind of see that going on there. So, these players, the team we're facing is a Russian team, and they're pretty notorious for spamming heavy machine guns as well as sparks. And so you can kind of see them trying to do that right now, even though it isn't as effective anymore after the patch. Funnily enough though, those heavy machine guns are going to have little chance against the 50 cal guy that's hidden behind that sandbag. He'll kill them all day long as he has ammo. And so in order to push this final right hand flag, I'm going to go ahead and bring up another half-track. And he predictably brings forward his 222. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't realize there's a hill in between him and my half-track until it's too late, and my half-track's able to get close enough to shoot it right in the belly, killing the 222 instantly. I begin moving forward more infantry, and I already am expecting another 222 as a counter to my half-track. So I move my bazooka guy forward as soon as I can, as well as set up some BAR machine gunners in order to help me secure the town. You can notice that I always have my vehicles behind hills or other obstacles. This is so that they can't just bring a vehicle forward and kill it right away. I want them to work for every single vehicle kill. Moving my Rangers over to support this point. I tossed some smoke grenades there as well, just to provide some extra cover. So my half-track over on this side is still alive, and I'm sending some infantry to flank on the right-hand side, just to cover it, and maybe push if he brings forward a vehicle. So my rocket launcher guys finally arrived behind this hill, where I know this 222 is probably going to come.
Yes, sir.
However,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna make him come to me. I'm not gonna move my half-track forward. I have possession of the flag. There's no reason for me to risk it if I don't have to. Recently, I've really liked using lots of light vehicles as opposed to banking for something heavy. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring up a Stuart. I like the Stuart. It's a good counter to 222s, being completely invulnerable to them. As well as, it's a great little tank for up-close engagements, having a very rapid-fire and powerful weapon for its size. So I've tossed smoke grenades up on this hill, predicting that he would come, and he did. So right away I run my recoilless rifle and Ranger up, and blast his 222 away. Seeing that the 222 is down, I think I can move my half-track forward to clear out any infantry he had amassed that preparing an assault. However, it turns out that he has a P3J hidden behind that kills my half-track. I had intended to use this Ranger to run forward and grab the 50 cal out of the half-track. However, it turns out that he has infantry here, so like everything else in this game, except for artillery, direct control is more powerful. So using direct control, I'm able to kill those 3 infantrymen very quickly and easily. Hiding my Stuart behind this hill, so that this P3J hopefully has to come closer in order to kill. As you can see, that's exactly what he does. Remember that these are some of the highest ranking players in Men of War Assault Squad at 1250 rank. I think that just goes to show how broken the ranking system is. Either that or they've had a bad game, which I can definitely understand.
Got it, sir. Fire infantry. We'll do that.
So, my enemies brought forward 2 P3Js. I'm trying to use AT infantry to take them out. I'm unsuccessful. I need to stop approaching from the front. However, these P3Js are not easy to take out with AT infantry because they have infantry AT weapon resistant skirts all around them. Sounds like my prom date. Anyway, I'm not sure if that even made any sense. But So I still have some rangers behind this hill here, killing infantry that comes over the hill. As well as I brought over some marines over on this right hand side to cover the flank.
Yes, sir.
It's always a good idea whenever you're playing as any faction, but especially as the Americans, to try to have as wide of a flank as possible. This means that you have infantry in a wide arc around where you think your enemy is coming. This will provide more opportunities to use your infantry in interesting ways and AT weapons. So, having lost all one of their P3Js, countless 222s, and soon to be this Ostwind, my allies apparently, my enemies apparently give up hope and decide to rage quit.
Let's give him fire. Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
Quite disappointing. Anyway, it was still a fun game. Thanks to my opponents and my allies for a fun match. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Aim is in the reach zone. In your face. Yes, sir. Get ready for the fight. Got it, sir. Fire infantry. Got it, sir! Enemy is ahead! In progress! Go! Yes, sir! Enemy is ahead! Ah! Hey, guys! Get it! Shoot on my signal! Fire at infantry!